All right, and joining us on the broadcast today is Mr. Saakar Yadav, founder and managing director of Lexlegis. Sir, a very warm welcome to DD India News Hour. I'll begin by starting, by asking a very simple question to you. What is artificial intelligence according to you? What is it?
Artificial intelligence, according to a layman language, is better use of data, is better use of understanding what the data is and explaining it to the person who is using the data. So artificial intelligence doesn't have future knowledge. It is based on past information. And based on multiple of past informations, it's able to cross-connect the intelligence of multiple domains to give you any output.
Okay. But the way artificial intelligence is evolving, the way technology is evolving, do you think it can make future predictions as well?
I think future predictions based on past data, of course it can be.
Okay.
Why not? I mean, in case we are in a legal tech space, so whether you would win a case or not win a case, of course it can predict the future based on historical judgments or historical case laws. In those ways, yes, of course it can predict the future, but in not any other way. Especially in India, you have to be very careful. Prediction is usually meant with astrology or predictions. It's not based on that. It completely based on historical data, based on past data, and it's learning. It can definitely, based on that, the inference can give you some output on what could happen.
Okay, all right. Yeah, India has always advocated when it comes to the use of AI and when it comes to the constructive use of artificial intelligence. Now, I want to draw your attention towards this summit, which starts today. This is a summit which is coming for the first time in the Global South. How impactful is this summit from India's point of view? And also for a fact that world leaders are coming here, it goes on to show India's stature on the global world. What's your analysis? What's your take?
I think that's a very important question. I think this is the most important step that our beloved Prime Minister Modi has taken. I think the government understands the importance of AI in the coming time frame. And also, it's very important to draw the attention, not of the world only, to show how we have moved ahead, but also of the Indian companies, Indian startups, Indian corporates, as to that the government is with us and the world is. And when I'm here, I'm just seeing that we're no different than what the world is doing. All our startups are almost there. We are racing ahead. Now, why is it important for India? Please try to understand that there is going to be a lot of economical spend on AI inferences, GPU powers, etc. We in India, the two main focus is that, number one, we want to retain all that expenditure in India. Number two, we want to provide AI applications, AI power to the world from India. We have our friends Sarvam here who are already working on on their own GPT, which they want to power the entire country. So such initiatives are extremely good, extremely nice, because it will stop the flow of capital out from India outside, and we can give this to the other developing nations too.
All right. We have seen, we were showing to our viewers just a while back, there were some industry leaders who were saying that artificial intelligence is very challenging, in the sense that it may take up some jobs in the future, because the people who are doing manually, the work which people are doing right now, AI will be able to do it in the future. So there is a threat of job cuts, but at the same time, it will generate a lot of opportunities as well. What is your reaction to it?
Yeah, I don't know if you remember, there was a company called Kodak, which was into movie taking. And do you remember where those development centers, you used to carry those rolls for development into, where are those development centers? We don't know. If I ask you which year did they vanish, it did not. So there was a threat that time that those jobs will go. But it created so many new jobs. People who are absolutely on their toes, on the cutting edge of technologies, will keep on creating jobs. And I don't think so. There is a fear that there should be a fear that there will be no jobs in the future. Yes, there should be a fear, and that is what is going to keep everybody on their toes. Is there going to be job cuts on the old ways of working? But there are going to be immensely new ways of job creation that is going to come. And that is what summits like these help in understand what is the world moving to and what we should be working and where we could create jobs for people.
Okay. So we also understand the fact, sir, that when it comes to artificial intelligence, policy framework and guidelines are very, very important. But there is a catch when it comes to the policy making and when it comes to the guidelines related to artificial intelligence, that every country makes them, but they make them according to their own comfort. Could there be a common ground, or should there be a common ground?
I think law is very geography specific. It is not universal in nature, and it is very difficult to get everybody on one page. And now, when you're speaking about policy frameworks, etc., very often, even in the exhibition that's already started today morning, we've got extremely intelligent, talented people coming. And one of the questions that came to me this morning was, who should be ultimately responsible for an AI output or anything like that? And ultimately, if there is a human in the loop, the person who's signing that should be responsible. Now, whether the AI should be responsible or not, if there is a human in the loop, that person can decide if the AI is responsible to shut the AI off, right? Use some other AI. That is number one. Number two, on the policy framework part, is that certain things where outputs could be given. For example, if you are copying somebody's photograph and making a picture or a movie and uploading it somewhere, so those are policy guidelines. So only up to the guidelines level, I think policy framework should be there in the country like India and even other countries. But and I think other countries can ape each other or copy the good frameworks or the policies, but it's difficult to make guidelines as a universal guideline, number one. It can be an understanding. It's very difficult to get the world together as a policy framework.
Okay, so there cannot be a common policy framework, common guidelines when it comes to AI.
Very difficult. It's very difficult on anything. I mean, leave alone AI.
Okay, but should it be? But should it be? My question is this, but should it be?
I don't think so. There is a need of a policy. There are rules and there are rules where you should do and do not do, and it should be left to every country to make their own set of rules. There should not be any common policies.
So how will the trust among the stakeholders will be built if that is the case? How will the stakeholders trust?
See, I'll tell you again, punishment and law is geography specific, right? I cannot enforce an Indian law in some other country.
Okay.
So the rules, if it is made, it has to be ultimately that geography or that country's rule. Number one. How is the trust on this? I think in law, I can tell you, we are giving trust to our users by giving you, number one, guarantee for no hallucinations. Number two, giving you an explainable AI as to why we are giving you this output. And number three, we are giving you citation-backed inferences or any output. But how will the trust develop? I think it is a matter of time. The best companies will win, and somebody who's not trustworthy will automatically have to shut shop. I don't think there is going to be a great policy framework that is going to define to generate trust. Trust is a very intangible thing, and I don't think so policy is going to generate trust. But I think usage and references are going to create trust.
Okay, that brings us to the challenges that AI posed. What do you think? I mean, what's your analysis when it comes to tackling risks like deepfakes and misinformation, which is actually going on and hampering people's personalities as well? It is also hampering big brands also. It is actually hampering reputation of the people and putting reputations at stake of big names, be it personality or be it brands. How can we tackle that?
Yeah, a very good question. I think my answer is more personal. And I can tell you that there has to be fear of law. And wherever they are caught, number one, they should be punished in a way that it sets an example for others not to do. Personal reputation is something, when I was a child, my father told me that if money is lost, something is lost. If health is lost, a lot is lost. If reputation is lost, everything is lost.
Right.
So reputation is something should be very, very strictly taken. And anybody playing with this should be given a very strict punishment that should set an example. And that's number one. Number two is how do you basically promote these viral or this fake content? I think these platforms which are promoting this at that point there should be a check. So if you're, I'm not naming any platform, supposing there's a social platform where you're uploading, at that point there should be a check, number one. And number two, there should be a very strict law, and the fear of law should be very, very deeply instilled, that there should be examples that are said that somebody has actually been caught and punished. So once people hear about that, I think they'll automatically deter people to do that.
Definitely. Very quickly before we let you go, sir, everyone across the world is hailing India for organizing such a big summit. In fact, the world leaders are also hailing Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visionary leadership, for this vision of organizing this summit on such a big scale. We also organized G20, if you remember, at the same venue where this summit is being organized. So when world leaders gather under one roof, when innovators, they gather under one roof, what kind of output do you expect by the end of the summit in your analysis?
So I was at Davos last month. It was another gathering of people there, and I'm here. There was more on the economic discussions. Here is more on the technology discussion. I think both the things have one thing in common. People are wanting to know who has achieved what and who is going to deliver what. I think a lot of policy decisions, a lot of forward-looking decisions is what is happening. And when there are world leaders and world technology people coming here, I think exchange of ideas is what is going to define the future, and that is what is happening here.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for giving out your valuable time to DD India. Thank you so much. It was wonderful talking to you. We leave it there, sir. Thank you.